There we go. All right. So just come onto your mat and find a really comfortable way to sit, whether it's cross-legged or your legs are straight or there's some variation of that, just so you know that you can sit here for a little bit. And if you're dealing with a back injury, you know who you are, you're welcome to start laying down until we get moving a little bit more um, as we get ourselves centered. And so as you sit, feel your sit bones snuggle into the mat, feel the shoulders kind of move back and down, and then just check out your spine. Maybe close your eyes and visualize all of those natural curves of the spine from the base of the skull through the neck, the thoracic or upper back area, all the way down through the lower back and sacrum and tailbone. And as you close your eyes, just picture the normal natural curves of your spine, feeling how they are beautifully designed to support us as we sit, as we walk. And then as you visualize that, imagine the tailbone getting ever so slightly heavy so that you're not curling back, you're not tucking pelvis, you're just allowing the tailbone to descend down. And then feel a slight tone to the belly as you feel that inner curve of your lumbar spine, your lower back, but not too much, right? So that you're not overarching, you're not pulling the lower ribs forward, you're just feeling the softness of that inward curve. And then with the upper back, not overly rounding, right? Trying to draw the chest forward, shoulders back. And then imagine all these helium balloons at the top of the head, pulling the head gently up so that the cervical spine, the neck, gets really long. Your chin is neither tucked nor lifted. It feels level for you. Your ears lining up to the side body with your shoulders lining up with the outer hips. And then with all of those alignment cues, finding a comfort in sitting this way so that you're not holding yourself super tight. You're trying to figure out where it is for you. And similarly, if you are laying on the floor at the moment, still finding those nice natural curves, finding that alignment, allowing the shoulders to descend toward the floor. Because in this alignment, the breath gets easier. The muscles, the nerves, the nervous system communicates easier. Start to bring the breath in a little bit deeper. One more very purposeful centering breath here. And let the eyes open up. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale right to your heart. Good. And then again, take them up. Exhale to your heart. And last one here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take them to your heart. Hold them right there. Draw the shoulders back. Press into your hands. Just really feel that the elbows pressing out to the side, the hands pressing in, starting to work the upper body a little bit. And then imagine that your hands are a ladle and you're going to stir a pot. So you're keeping a soft press of those hands and you're just starting to stir this imaginary pot, the hands moving away from you and then to your chest, and you're starting to draw the shoulders with it. Maybe the body is tilting forward a little and then leaning back. Good. One more. Circle this direction, and then I want you to change directions. Breathe. So not only are we just starting to warm up shoulders, we're starting to warm up our wrists, right? Be mindful. A couple of you I know have some wrist issues. Good. One more big stir of the pot. And take it center. Interlace the hands. Press them out away from you. Take it up. As you exhale, take the hands to the belly. Curl it back. A seated cat and cow. Take it up. And exhale. Curl it in. Good. 3 more right here. Reach up. Exhale. Curl in. Notice how the shoulders are feeling. If the hands interlace bother you, just let them go. But always trust your body. 1 more. Reach up. Exhale. Curl it in. Yeah, and take those arms up. Separate those hands. Curl your fingers. Start to curl the wrists. Good. Take those arms out to your sides. Keep curling the wrists. Keep curling. Keep curling. And then the palms face up. Curl your fingers, your wrists, and then squeeze those knuckles into your shoulders. So big Popeye arms. Squeeze those biceps. Keep the wrists really tight. And then open it up, spread them out, and open the fingers, turn the palms down, and let go. Good, roll your shoulders. And then take your left hand to the mat, reach your right arm over your ear, watch your alignment here, keep pressing down through the right hip, soften the left shoulder, left elbow. Good, nice deep breath, yes, stretch it out, and then reach over your left knee. Take the same right arm all the way up, diagonal it back, come into a twist. Good, take your left hand to the right knee, deepening that twist a little bit. Big deep breath. Good, keep your left hand where it is. Take your right arm up, cross over, so you're crossing elbows. Your left hand stayed on your right knee, your left hand is, or your right hand is now at your left. Bend the elbows and curl in a little bit. Stretching out the shoulders. And then take your torso up. Keep the elbows bent. See if you can come to eagle arms. So for some of you, those palms touching just is not in your shoulders ability. You can keep the hands separate, or you can bring the hands together and separate the elbows. Any of those work. And then stir the pot again, but this time you're going up to the side, down, and over. There you go. Remember, modify as much as you need to if your shoulders aren't real happy with this. We should be happy, right? At least doing this. Good, last circle right here. And release those arms. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, right hand to the mat, left arm over. We're just stretching it out here. Finding that nice stretch. Press down through the left sit bone. Start to stretch out those ribs, the spaces between the ribs. Keeping that head in alignment. So don't let the ear drop down to your shoulder. Keep it straight up. And then reach over your right knee. Inhale, left arm goes up. It takes it back behind. Stretching out into a nice twist. Your right arm comes across. Hold on to your left knee. Just breathe. Just feel that nice little twist. And then release your back arm. Inhale it up. Cross it over. Elbow crosses elbow. Bend the elbows. Come on down. And then let go of those legs. Come on up. Keep the elbows crossed. Eagle arms on this side. Oh, right. You'll know which side is tighter by which side feels a little tighter in eagle pose. And then circle those arms again. Maybe you circle the other way, right? If you think you circled one way or if that was your natural tendency, go the other way. Stretch them out. Be mindful. No pain, no pain, no pain. Good. One more big circle right there. And bring it center. Slide those arms out and let them come down. Roll your shoulders. And then let your chin drop down to your chest. Try not to round your upper back here. Try to keep the upper back neutral. And then take your right ear to your right shoulder. Press your left hand down to the floor. Feel that little baby stretch. Good. Hold the stretch, but take your same left arm behind your back. If you can, you're reaching for your right arm behind your back, and you're just going to hold on to that right arm around the elbow. If it doesn't reach, don't worry about it. Big stretch for side neck. Keep the left hip heavy so that you're not tilting over to the right. And then take the head up to neutral. Take the left ear to left shoulder. So you're just shifting the head. Relax, don't over pull, right? So the tendency is to go, oh, go deeper, but you really don't have to. That head is plenty heavy enough. Just breathe, just let those tissues start to stretch out. And take that ear or that head back to neutral. Release your arm. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, right hand down, left arm over. Just stretching it out. And breathe. Good. Keep that stretch. I think I did this a little backwards, but that's all right. Take your left. I did do that backwards, didn't I? Yeah, I think I did. There you go. Sorry about that. Take the right arm up. That just felt like we did the same thing. There you go. Stretch it out, and then take the right hand behind and reach for your left arm. Drop that ear to shoulder or ear to shoulder. Left ear, left shoulder. Just stretching it out. Ooh. It's amazing how tight the neck can get. The upper trapezius muscles. It's just mind-blowing sometimes. All you got to do is sleep a little funky, right? And then take the head up, go to the other side. That's my tight side right there. Big deep breath, everybody. And inhale, head center, release that arm, take it all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Roll your shoulders, grab your strap. Shake out those poor little legs. They've been sitting there all cross-legged for most of us for a while, so just shake them out. Maybe cross the other way. You know, maybe if the knees are feeling cranky, just take the legs out with the knees bent, just so the legs are out of your way. And then grab your strap, watch for your buckle, make sure if you've got a buckle, it's not hanging where it could hit your head. Take the arms nice and wide. Inhale, reach up. Don't do the double jointed thing. I think most of you know that. Make sure your strap's wide enough. And then start to take those arms behind you. For some of you, you're going to be able to come all the way back behind to the floor. Don't lean forward. Keep that strap wide and then inhale it up and take it down. If your elbows are bending a lot or you're feeling like you've got to work through these shoulders, then widen your grip a little bit and take it back. Try to keep the head neutral. Inhale it up. Exhale down. Good. 2 more. Inhale it up. Stretch it back. And take it up. And forward. 1 more right here. Take it up. Exhale. Open, open, open. And take it up. And forward. And then shorten the grip of your strap. If your legs are crossed, I find it's easy. Just go knee to knee. That seems to be about wide enough for most. Take it up, bend the elbows. And then rest the strap at the back of your head, not your neck, your head. And then gently press your strap or your strap into your head into your strap. Keep your chin level. Good. And then try to pull the strap apart. So you're kind of in cactus arms here. So if you don't have a strap, you can just work with the shoulders. Big deep breath, a little gentle press of the head into your strap, right? Teaching those back neck muscles to engage and work. And then take the strap up. Exhale, straight arms all the way down to your knees. Good. 2 more here. Inhale up. Bend the elbows. Give a little tension to that strap. Press the head back in and press the strap back forward. Breathe. Elbows to your side body, opening up your chest. And inhale up. Exhale it down. Good. Last one. Take it up. Bend your elbows. I keep shaking my head because my hair's getting in the way. Press your head into your strap into your head. Just breathe. Good. Keep the arms, just let go of the head so the head's not touching the strap anymore. And see if you can take the elbow toward the floor. Woo! And center. And take it to the other side. Stretch it out. And center. Good. One more, both sides. Keep some tension on the strap to make that actually easier. Back to the other side. Stretch. And center. And then reach the strap forward and pretend you're stirring a huge pot. Bring it in. Reach it up. Stretch it out in front of you. Just like, woo, work those shoulders. Good. Take it forward. Good. This is a big old vat of chocolate or something really yummy. So just scoop it all up toward you. Last one. And up. And release. Oh, and hopefully set that strap aside. Hopefully those shoulders are starting to feel a little bit looser. Take your legs nice and straight. Move the flesh out from the sit bones. Your knees pointing straight up, your toes pointing straight up, your shoulders back, hands to your side, Standasana, right? We can't do all that shoulder work without getting the legs moving. So press the legs strongly toward the floor. Engage them. They are active. Breathe. Shoulders are lifted. Chest is toned in. If this feels enough for you, stay there. Otherwise, the arms come up. Soft shoulders. Belly squeeze, right? So we don't round into the lower back. And breathe. Now, gently, I want your left hand to go behind you and your right hand to reach for your left foot. Don't worry about reaching that foot if your back doesn't like that idea. And then inhale up. Almost kind of like airplane wings, right? Bring the other one forward. A little bit of a twist. And inhale up. Exhale, switch. Reaching the opposite arm behind. Inhale up. Exhale. Mine just conveniently lands on this seat back here. It's kind of nice. Good. Last set. Inhale it up. Exhale, lean forward. And last one. Inhale. Exhale, breathe. Good. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, both arms down. Roll the shoulders. And know that if you're working on some shoulder issues, you can stop anytime. Good. Hands come back to the floor and maybe fingertips, right? Maybe fingertips behind you just a little bit to keep the upper body lifted. Lift your left foot or your right. It doesn't matter as long as you do both sides. Oh, feel that quadricep starting to work. Big deep breath, and I want you to bend the knee and push it straight out. Good. Bend the knee, squeeze your belly, push it out. 3 more. Bend it in, push it out. Make sure right leg is grounded or the one that's on the floor is grounded. Push. Last one. Squeeze it in, push it out. Hold. Good. Toes point straight up. See if the arms will come up with it. Push that leg that's on the floor down into the floor and let go. And breathe. Curl out your toes, maybe circle your ankles. And let's go to the other side. Press down through your legs, lift your chest, fingertips maybe come behind. Lift your right leg. What's happening to the left leg? Can you press it down? Can you breathe here, right? Notice, notice, notice. Lift the chest and then bring the knee to chest for 5 and push it out. And bring it in. Try not to lean back too much. I'm giving you a little pass here with the fingertips behind. So try not to lean too heavy into it. Keep squeezing the knee in and out. Last one here. Reach and press it out. Hold that leg up. See if the arms will come up. Da, da, da. Breathe. Hold it up. Lift the chest. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. And let it go. Shake it out. Nice job, everybody. We got one more here. Shake out those legs if they're feeling a little active, right? A little woken up here. All right, fingertips behind, gentle dog. Try not to lean back too much. Squeeze your belly. Lift your left leg and breathe. And then see if you can lift it just a little higher. And then maybe an inch or 2 or 3 down. And lift it up. Squeeze. Whew, and down. Good. Squeeze it up. Pause and down. 2 more. Lift up, squeeze, and down. Holy moly, 1 more. Whew, lift. And don't lower all the way. Bend your knee to chest. Step it over your right. And then lift your torso as close up to that knee as your body will allow. Reground your right leg. Wrap your right arm around. Twist to the left. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Just finding that twist for you. Just noticing that movement from the belly, from the upper belly, from the ribs, right, the chest. The head is really almost the least amount of twist. And it's only because the head can twist the most that we want to be a little bit more gentle there. Good, release that, come to center, take those arms up, lift your left foot off the floor, push it out, and lower everything. Nice. Good, last one. Fingertips behind, lift your chest, try not to curl back. Lift your right leg, ground your left. And then that same thing, 5 little pulses, but you're lifting up without leaning back too much or any more than you have to. And 2, pause up, down, lift up, pause. Try not to let the chin drop down. Try not to let the head drop forward. Woo! Last one, lift and lower, and then bend the knee to chest. Step it across. Bring your whole torso toward that leg. Reground your left leg. Wrap the arms around. Just lift. And then wrap the left arm around at any level. Start to twist to the right. Pause here, your right hand resting behind you, keeping that back supported. Breathe. Soften maybe a little bit. And release it, take it forward. Good, shake it out, everybody. So we're gonna work toward eagle pose. And one of the challenges that I see with students a lot is the legs doing the wrapping part, right? Because it depends on hips, knees, it depends on a lot of things. So I want you to just lean back with your torso. I'm just resting on my hands. Your hands can be anywhere they want to be as long as you're not sinking into your chest. And just cross your right leg over your left. And check that out. And depending on your hips, your knees, right, your eagle pose. So you can, maybe if you're looking at the computer, you can see I'm just rocking a little bit side to side. Because where that bottom leg's hip is the one getting a pretty decent stretch here, especially as the knees head back over to the right. But take it center, don't collapse in your chest. And just kind of notice, for some of us, and this is going to be important later, for some of us, you're just going to go ankle to ankle kind of thing, right? Your knees are bent and your top leg's foot is just pressing toward your bottom leg's ankle. Some of you are going to be able to bend and scoot your foot all the way under and wrap it like a little pretzel. That is eagle legs. The knees have to be bent, the feet, the foot hooks up and behind, right? So, but you're still active, chest is still lifted. And notice that. If that's too much for you, undo it. And even if that foot outside is too much, just kind of cross your ankle and press into the leg. So lots of possibilities there. If you can wrap though, I want you to hang out there. And even if you're not wrapped, hang out where you are. Lift your chest. 1, stay here. 2, arms out to the sides. Our right knee's on top, so our right arm goes under. And then see if you can wrap the arms, lift the chest. Imagine that you are standing in eagle pose. So those legs have to squeeze together, the belly's active. Big deep breath and release the arms. Release the foot. Straighten the leg. Good. Seated eagle pose. Who knew, right? And then bend the arms again, or bend the legs again. Find that angle that's going to work. Your legs can be further out, they can be further in. Either way is okay. Cross your lordy right over, no, left over right. Why am I having trouble today? And cross the ankles and then maybe sway the knees side to side. That's all. Just see that. Good. And then take them to center. Think about it. Keep your chest lifted. Are you going to bring outside ankle toward outside ankle? It's really shin more than ankle. Can you bring those together and feel the leg squeeze? Can you wrap the foot under and around so that you've curled up into a bit more of a pretzel? No pain in the knees, by the way. If you're feeling strain or stress, you should not be doing that, because it brings the legs into a funky position. And then lift your chest. One, stay here. Two arms out. Left leg high, so left arm low. And wrap the arms, eagle arms. Feel the chest lift. Feel the torso get really long. One of the challenges with eagle pose, from a balance perspective, is your arms are kind of in your way, right? So it's hard to find that drishti, that focus point for balance. So just play here, just like, oh, okay, this is really interesting. I'm not sure what I think about it. We're stretching everything out. And release the arms. Take those hands behind. Release the legs. Good. Straighten them out. Just shake it out. Good. And then let's come on up off our cushions and come to table pose. Table pose. So once you're on your hands and your knees, I want you to walk your hands way out to the front edge of your mat and come to puppy stretch. So belly squeezes a little bit. Your chest, forehead starts to drop toward the floor. If for some reason that doesn't happen easy, you can grab a block and let your forehead rest on your block, just for ease. I don't want you to strain through your shoulders. But puppy stretch is, one, great for the shoulders. Two, it's a little back bend. And so you can play here, maybe sway your hips a little side to side. And feel the stretches along your side body, underneath your armpits, right? Breathe. And then take everything back to center. Pause just for a moment here. Just let that upper back soften toward the floor. And then walk your hands back to neutral so that your wrists are either right under shoulders or slightly above. Take the right hand toward the center of your mat and inhale, reach the left arm up to the ceiling. Little twist. And then exhale, release and switch sides. Left hand toward middle, right arm stretches up. And exhale, go back to the other side. Left arm reaches up, stretching it out. And down, right arm up. Opening up our chest. And down. Good. This time, left arm goes up. Hold it there for a moment. And then I want you to circle that arm forward, down, back, and up again. And just stretch out shoulder. Nice slow circles here. See what's happening with your individual shoulder. That's it. One more right here. And take the left arm up to the ceiling. If you can, eye of the needle. Left arm slides behind your right arm. You take that shoulder all the way to the floor. The head rests on the floor. Your right arm is in a comfortable place. So whether your hand's on the floor or the arm is stretched out toward the front of your mat, either one is okay. Stretch it out. Maybe shift very gently your hips toward the left side. We tend to move away from that shoulder stretch, so maybe you're just drawing that shoulder a little bit further. Breathe. And then right hand under right shoulder to push you back up. Take the left arm up one more time. And exhale it down to the floor. Nice chest opener and shoulder opener on that one. Left hand head center of the mat. Right arm reaches up. Breathe. Just feel that. And then circle that arm. Take it forward. Reach it back. Open it. If taking it forward feels really funky, try taking it back behind as a starter, right? Maybe one direction feels better on your shoulders than the other one. Good. Nice tone to the belly. Just stretching it out. You can follow the arm with your head if you want, if the chest opens up enough. One more big circle. And take that arm up. Reach it up. Wingspan opening up. And eye of the needle on this side. Right arm goes down. Just breathe here. Maybe the hips shift to the right just slightly. It's like a half of an inch even. Just to stay in the shoulder. And left hand under left shoulder. Push that torso up. Reach the right arm up again. And exhale it down. Nice job, everybody. And then hands toward the front of your mat. Flip your toes under. Let's come right to downward facing dog. Bend one knee and then the other. Stretch it out. Find your breath. And then slowly walk those hands all the way back to your feet. I have so many messages on my computer. Bend your knees. Inhale, reach up all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Roll your shoulders into face forward on your mat. Roll it out. Oh. Right? It's like, holy moly. And then take the legs nice and wide. Bend your knees. Come into a kind of an easy goddess pose with your legs. Make sure your knees are tracking your feet and you can still see your toes. So if you have to, scoot those hips back a little bit more so that your knees stay in line with your feet. And then as the legs straighten, the arms come up. Exhale, elbows down. Good. Inhale, take it up. Exhale it down. And up. Make sure you get a little squeeze of that belly. And up. Good. Two more. Take it down. Reach it up. Down we go. Straighten it up and come on down. Hands to thighs. You know. By now, I'm not going to let you get away without working these legs a little bit. So squeeze the belly. And since my husband gave me feedback that what we did last class was challenging, we have to do it again. Because it's just, because it just is what it is, right? So your hands can stay settled either on your legs or to your heart, and you're going to come up the elevator. So come on up. It's not all the way. Slow. Down, 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 and up. Watch the knees. Slow. The temptation is to go fast. We're not going to do that. We're not easily tempted, yogis. Squeeze. Slow, 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 slow. Down. One more. Up. Take it down. And up. Nice job, everybody. Take it down. Hold. I know. The cruelness of it all. Take your either your left hand or your left elbow to your thigh, left thigh. Reach the right arm over. Squeeze your belly. Maybe lift your toes off the floor. Oh. I feel it. My legs are feeling this right now, right? Big deep breath. Good. Take it center. Other side, right elbow, right thigh. Hang in there. We're almost there. We're almost there. Good. Take it off and stand up. Oh. Nice job, everybody. We're going to stay in this wide stance just for a little bit longer. You may or may not want a block in front of you. I think most of you will be fine, but you're going to lean forward. It's a fairly neutral spine. Your hands are either going to go to the floor or to your blocks because it's just a little bit easier. And you're just going to rock side to side. Little bit, belly's toned, back is neutral. Stretching out those side body legs. There you go. The next time you're to the left, hold right there. Now, careful, make sure your hands are supporting your pose. I just want you to turn your right foot from pointing forward, pivoting on your heel, so your toes are pointing up. This is pretty deep. Some of you can go way down to a squat here. I don't do it. My knees don't like it. But it's still a good challenging pose. Make sure your butt's staying back. And then pivot your right foot back to the floor. Shift sides. So now your left leg is straight. Your right leg is bent. You're going to pivot on that left heel. Breathe. Behind stays back. Back is neutral. And pivot that foot back to the floor. Come back to your center. Right hand center of your mat, right below your eyes. Left arm up. Breathe. It's not how far that arm goes up. Think of the arm as an extension of your shoulder and move from the shoulder. Breathe. Soft back of your knees, everybody. As you exhale, left hand comes down and across, and it looks for, hopefully reaches some part of your right leg. Take the right arm up. Breathe. Take the right hand down, cross those elbows. See if you can come to eagle arms, just hanging right down and forward. And then release those hands. Press all the way up. Bend your knees. Come on up. Shake it out. We have the other side, right? Got to do both sides. Even if I do the same side twice. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, come on down. Breathe. Left hand stays center of your mat. Right arm reaches up. Find that open wingspan, everybody. Belly tone. Breathe. Notice. And then as you release, that right hand comes down behind your left arm, reaches for your opposite leg, anywhere it can find it, and the left arm comes up. Nice twist here. Belly squeeze. And that arm releases, elbows cross. We're just going to see if we can find eagle arms and let those shoulders hang to the floor. Squeeze your belly. Nice job, everybody. Release those hands. Press yourself up. Bend those knees. Squatting. Come on up. Oh, yeah. Check out those shoulders. Take the legs together. Come up to the front of your mat. Again, cautions with your back. You should know all that by now. Hands come behind you. Your feet slightly wider on your mat. My feet are to the edges of my mat. So just so you have a sense of where that is, roll your shoulders back. Soften and bend the elbows. Hands are behind you, interlaced. Bend at your hips. Start to take the torso forward. And notice, come most of the way down for you, and notice how the shoulders want to roll forward. See if you can pull them back. Squeeze between the shoulder blades. Keep your elbows bent. And then just move your hands off your hips. Maybe the arms start to straighten there. Big deep breath. Notice if the shoulders want to roll forward. If they do, bend your elbows, pull the shoulder blades together. Breathe. And then bend your knees, lower the arms, lift your head, your chest, come all the way up. Release those hands. Bring those feet back to hips width apart. Take it up, inhale. Exhale, nice forward fold. Right leg steps back. Lower your right knee. Inhale the arms up. Breathe. Cactus arms, squeeze those elbows and let the elbows come all the way down toward your waist. And then take them up. Exhale, squeeze them down, and up. Last one here, squeeze down, and squeeze up. Exhale those hands right to the floor, hold right here. Your right hand is either on the floor or on a block if that feels easier for you. And you're gonna circle the left arm again. So you're just bringing it forward, reaching it up, opening your chest and down. Let the head move with it. So when that arm is up, you're looking more sideways, more twist. Good, one more big circle. And release it. Oh, I feel like I have Rice Krispies in my shoulders. Lift that right knee off the floor and hold. Choice number one, low, it's a high lunge, but hands are to the floor. Squeeze your belly, roll that left hip back. Choice number two, hands to knee, lift up. High lunge, always harder. Squeeze your back leg. Inhale, reach the arms up. Breathe. If you are much better with knee to the floor, stay there. Please, please, please. Breathe. Exhale all the way down to the floor. Step back, downward facing dog. Pedal out those feet. Find your breath. And when you're ready, right foot forward. Left knee down. Inhale up. Arms up. Breathe. Just feel that stretch. Take in whatever is around you, right? Maybe you have a fan that is blowing a soft breeze on you. Maybe you're outside. That's it. And as you're ready, exhale, hands come down to the floor. Plant the left hand on block or not, your choice. And reach that right arm up and circle that baby. Circle it around. Let the chest open with it. Breathe. That's it. One more. Big, big, big circle. Hand to the floor. Lift your left knee. Make sure those feet are hips width apart. Plant that and really make that back leg strong. Stay here. Your hands are on the floor. Hands to your knee, right? All of these slightly more challenging. Squeeze the legs toward each other. Inhale the arms up optionally. Big deep breath. Notice where you feel the weight of your front foot, right? Should be heavy in the heel. And notice where you feel the weight in your back foot. Breathe. Exhale those hands to the floor. Step back down dog. Yeehaw. Shake it out, everybody. Lower your knees to the floor. And maybe find your version of child's pose. Whatever it is for you, if curled up in child's pose is tough on your knees, maybe you come to your side. Maybe you sit regular cross-legged. Good, and then curl on up. We're gonna sit for a moment. Usually we're up and flowing for the rest of this, but sit for a sec. Take those legs out in front of you, roll your shoulders back. Take the feet wider on your mat or wider than your normal. Hands rest behind you, open up those shoulders. Lift one leg, cross it over and just cross knee. And then lift it up and take it as wide as you can. Lift it up, cross, and open. There you go. Cross, and open. Whew. One more, cross, and open. This time I want you to cross that knee over. Here we are again. See if you can wrap your foot around just for fun. And then roll toward your right hip just a little. You might feel that right here, right in that left outer hip. Just breathe. If your foot doesn't curl all the way around, don't worry about it. Just do ankle to ankle, right? Shin to ankle. And take it center. Oh, undo. Go wide. Lift your chest. Lift your right. Cross over. And take it wide. So eagle arms or eagle pose and a lot of these kinds of poses are about the balance between inner and outer thighs, right? And a whole lot of what's happening in your own hips. So we're just checking out outer hip, inner hip. Good. Next time you're cross, hold that cross. Just think about it. Maybe you go shin to shin. Maybe you can wrap the foot around and lower those hips toward, or lower the knees toward the left. You might feel a good stretch here. You might not do a whole lot. So breathe. And center. Undo. So last one little prep here. This one particularly tough if those hip points tend to face more forward. I want you to lean back again. We'll take this a step at a time. I want you to take your left leg, and if your knee allows, I want you to take it under your left foot, under your right leg, and then just drop the knee. So the left knee is pointing pretty much straight out from your hip. And then just step your right foot over. So where are we headed, right? Some of you know I'm sneaky about this for cow-faced legs. But we start in this pose because we've already done this, right? We know what this looks like. One, you're gonna stay here and just try to draw the right knee over toward the left, so getting that hip stretch again. Otherwise, you're just gonna walk your right foot over and over and over, and you're just gonna see if those knees will come anywhere near on top of each other. And here's another option that I really like, is take one of your blocks underneath the bottom knee. That just changes everything. For me, it just eases up both knees, both hips, so that you have some room to move. Or lean back, cross legs, lean back and have the feet away from each other, right? So all of those options, just as if you were sitting cross-legged in a chair, you're just moving the feet out. Some of you I know can already do cow-faced legs, so you snuggle in. Some of you can do cow-faced legs, but the knees aren't stacked. They're wider. That's okay too. How's it feel for you? And then sit up tall, whatever you've chosen. I gave you like 10 options there. So see where you go, right? That's what yoga is. It's not about looking like this. It's about figuring out what your body is willing to do. And then just pause. And breathe. And then take your right arm up. Bend the elbow, pat yourself on the back. Take the left arm out to the side, internally rotate, reach behind. Maybe the fingers touch, maybe they don't. Please don't reach for the fingers if that's not happening. If your head is down here somewhere toward your belly button, take it back up. Shoulders are open, cow face pose. And then we think about this in relation to eagle pose, right? The legs crossing, knees crossing, thighs kind of drawing toward each other. What happens here if you squeeze the legs toward each other a little bit? And then let that go. Maybe one more time, squeeze them toward each other and then let them go. And then release the leg or arms first. Shake it out. Lean back. Undo your legs. Like how this chair gets so close to me. There's a port swing right behind me. I'm like, where'd that come from? Good. And then let's play with the other side. So when you're ready, you're simply going to cross your left over your right. And you're going to think about it easier again if you are leaned back. And then you're just going to start to walk the right foot over to the left foot over to the right. You're going to maybe put the block underneath there. Maybe you're going to sit more with the right knee down and the left knee up, more twist-like without doing the twist, right? One hip often tighter than the other. This is my side. Find our breath. Just sit with this for a moment, right? The arms are kind of like the frosting on the cake. We'll just sit with the cake for a minute. Just sit with our breath. Try to level the hips, try to snuggle in. And then when and if you're ready, the left arm goes up. Bend the elbow, kind of pat yourself in the back. Try to lift up through that side of your chest. Right arm out to the side. Internal rotation. Bend the elbow. See if the fingers find each other or not. One side usually tighter, stronger than the other. Notice your breath. Notice as you take a deep breath. For me, this is my tight side. I feel it in the right front deltoid here. When I take a deep breath, it stretches it more. So it's kind of interesting. Maybe you squeeze the legs together and let that go. Maybe you squeeze them together again and let it go. And notice all of your feeling, sensation, thoughts around each and every pose. They're all neutral until we give them meaning. So whether you're bored or happy or yucky or that's just what they are. They're just thoughts. All right, release arms first. Ooh, hi-ya. Good. Lean back. Undo the legs. And just momentarily come to Baddha Konasana, but wide leg Baddha Konasana. What that means is your hips are back, your heels are forward. You're creating a little diamond pattern here, so you're not in deep. And breathe. Good. Bring the knees together. Come on back, table pose. We're moving right along. Press into your hands, squeeze your belly. Downward facing dog. Pedal your feet. And then tiptoe your feet forward with your legs as straight as possible until you absolutely have to bend your knees. And then everybody bend your knees and come on up to standing. And exhale. Good. Roll it out. Roll it out. How are we doing? Beautiful. All right. So this one we've done the last two classes. I am finding this kind of good, important, interesting work. So we're going to stay with that. From mountain pose, just cross your right ankle over your left. Squeeze the legs toward each other. Your knee across knee. Soften your back knee into your front knee. Good. So I'll turn sideways and maybe you can see it from that perspective. Right. So I'm making sure I'm not hyperextending or locking out my back leg. So pressing back knee into front knee, big deep hinge from your hips. Take your hands to the floor. Breathe. There is a softness to both knees. Breathe. Think again. Eagle pose. Where is that, right? In eagle pose, the knees are bent more. So maybe you play with bending the knees more. Feet and hands are all on the floor. And then straighten them until they're soft again. Maybe bend again. And straighten. Now, squeeze your legs toward each other. Back knee into front knee. Lift up and come to standing. Undo the legs. Cross the other way. Knee across knee, back knee pointing into the front knee. Hinge from your hips. Come on down. Turn again so you can just see a little bit of tone to the belly. We're checking it out. Maybe you bend the knees more. My front foot's heel is off the floor as I bend. And then straighten them up. And then bend again. And straighten. Good. Squeeze those legs toward each other. Come on up. Undo. Come to the side of your mat. I'm on the right side of my mat. Hands to your hips. I blame this on our personal trainer. She showed us this, and I've been doing it ever since. All right, feet together. You're going to step to your left, cross your right ankle or right foot in front. Step to your right, cross over. Whoop. Good. Step, pause, cross, hold. Step, cross. Good. Listen up. Step, cross, hold. Bend forward. Maybe you touch the floor. Maybe you touch your shins. Maybe you're halfway down. Come on up. Step across. Cross your ankles. Come on forward. Come on up. Take it out. Some of you have been doing this with me last 2 classes. This should be getting easier. Come on up. Step it out. Cross it over. Step it down. One more, both sides. Lift up. Step out. Cross. Come on down. Woo. Feel those hips. And open. And cross. Last one. Breathe. And come on up. Nice job, everybody. Shake it out. Grab one of your blocks. So we're going to start to play with eagle. On or off your mat. I may even step off mat just because I can. Another really cool option for eagle, if that's a tricky pose for you and you happen to have a wall nearby, I love using a wall for eagle, and so you can face a wall, hands to the wall. So when we step over, you're here, right? And then you're here, and then you cross. So not everybody has a wall that they can access easily, so we'll do it here. Stand nice and tall. Your block is to the outside of your left ankle. You're in a good solid mountain pose. Hands are to your hips. When you're ready, I just want you to bend your knees. Like, kind of chill out here, right? Move the hips, bend the knees. But then bend the knees, because eagle pose can't happen with straight legs. It cannot happen, at least in my anatomy. So, soft knees. Lift your right foot, step over to your block. This is akin to having the ankle to the outside shin, what we were doing before. Stay here for now. Bend your knees, squeeze your inner thighs toward each other. Take the arms out. Right knees on top, so right elbows underneath. Come to eagle arms. And just think about this. Belly is squeezed, legs squeezed together. I want you to come in a little bit deeper. Check the standing foot, left foot. Is it curling in? Is it curling out? Can you just come right to the middle of your feet? And just pause. Now, from here, squeeze the legs together. Just see if you can lift your foot off the block. No wrapping necessary. Breathe. Straighten the legs, release the arms, undo the pose. Nice job. And then scooch your block over. Hands to your hips. Your legs are hips width apart, all that stuff. Soften both knees. Wiggle both hips. Don't take it too serious. When you're ready, cross your left over your right. Land the ball mound of your left foot on the block. So you shouldn't be flat-footed. That'd be really weird. Squeeze the legs together. Lift your chest. Open up the arms. Left arm under right. Eagle. Breathe. How does this feel? What happens if you squat a little bit more, right? What happens if you stand up a little bit more? Can you find that sweet spot? And then lift your foot off the block. Breathe. Squeeze the legs toward each other. Try to find a still spot. And release it. Nice. See? Piece of cake. Switch the block. Why does cake keep coming up? Stir the cake. Piece of cake. Uh-oh. There's trouble in my future. All right. This time, block or no block. On your mat or off your mat. Totally up to you. Hands are to your hips. Shoulders are open. And before you even move, just squeeze those legs. Feel all that energy. That's the energy for eagle pose. Bend your knees. If you're going to use your block's to the outside of your left ankle. Your knees are soft. You're crossing your right around your left. Some of you are going to do outside foot to outside shin. Some of you are going to wrap. Right? Breathe. Find your still point. Arms out. Either stay here or cross right under left. Woo! Full eagle. Breathe. Belly squeeze. Find your pose. Remember that foot on the block makes perfect sense. Keep the legs, if you can, open. Fly those arms out to the side. Think about that wingspan we've been playing with all class. And release it and let go. Shake it out. Other side. Mountain pose, hands to hips, knees soften and bend. We're shifting that left leg. We're crossing it over. It's either going to land on your block or it's going to wrap at any level for you. Belly squeeze. If you can't wrap at all, maybe you try bending the knees more. Arms out. Find your center. If you want, cross the arms. Left under right. Breathe. I say yoga is not serious, but then it gets serious in my face, like I'm gonna stick this. Not serious. Woo, there we go. Open the arms, just let those wingspans out. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And let go. Nice, shake it out, everybody. Right, how did that feel? When we play with those more challenging poses, you know, this can be so freeing just to like, yeah, right? Foot on block, foot off block. We're like, yes, every day's different. Got one more. Pick which one works for you. Play, be mindful. Whether you want the block or not, hands to hips. Soften. Peel off the right leg. Cross it. Hook if you want. Don't have to. Now, one, you're here, arms out. Two, hands come to heart. And you twist left elbow to right knee. Squeeze the legs together. Hold, squeeze the belly. Little variation here. Take it center. Wingspan out. Inhale, let it go. I just learned that one. Yay! I'd never seen that before. I thought that was really cool. All right, last side. See, it's the little things, right? It's the little things. All right, let's do it. Hands to hips, soft knees. Cross over any level, you know. No pain. Belly squeeze. Arms out. One here. Two hands to heart. Right elbow to left knee. is like a fledgling, just figuring it out. Squeeze the legs together, everybody. Find your breath, squeeze your belly. Back to center, release it, inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart, nice job. And then just drop it all the way down, forward fold. Soft back in your knees. Good. Bend your knees, come on up. If you've gone off mat, come on mat. Good, and then take yourself right to the front of your mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale all the way down. Step back, downward facing dog. Belly squeeze. Plank pose. Breathe. Gotta have a little core in here. That's it. Now, imagine you got a block between your legs. Squeeze the legs. Keep them active. Only if you want, lift one foot. Lower that down. Lift the other foot. Lower that down. Hold it here if you can for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knee. And come to child's pose. Nice job, everybody. Very, very slowly, I want you to make your way onto your back. Not Shavasana just yet. We're getting there. Your knees are bent. Your feet are on the floor. Shoulders are down to the floor. Maybe the arms come to cactus pose. Just breathe for a second right here. And to let everything settle down. We've done a ton of work here. And then ever so slightly, just walk your left foot more to the center of your mat than left and right foots at left and right side. So just a little bit. Take your right knee, cross your left. 1, stay here, bring your knees to chest. 2, see if you can hook that little foot around your ankle. You haven't had enough eagle just yet. Squeeze your belly, lift your knees toward your chest. Wrap your arms right under left. Eagle pose, laying down. Big deep breath. Only if you want, touch elbows to knees. And let it go. One more time, elbows to knees. Let it go. Release the arms, but keep the legs, but undo the foot. So keep the legs crossed, but undo the foot. Carefully, slowly lower the knees to the left. For some, this is going to be too deep a twist. If it is, undo your knees and come into a more neutral twist. Think happy thoughts. Class is almost over. You feel good. Life is good at this moment. Now, before you lift your knees, I want you to uncross them. And then take the knees to center. And feet to the floor. Feet or hips width apart. You're going to walk your right foot a little closer to the center. Cross your left leg. If you can, if you want, hook that foot. And breathe. Draw the knees up toward your chest. Cross your left elbow under your right. Eagle pose. Breathe. Maybe you touch knees to elbows. Once. Let go. And twice. And let go. Release the arms. They come out to your sides. Carefully, gently lower those knees to the right. Easy does it. If it feels too deep, oh, unhook your foot, by the way. Find that twist. And undo the knees first. Take those knees back to center. Both feet to the floor, soles of the feet together. Come to Baddha Konasana. Knees float out to the side, the soles of the feet together. Optionally, you can put a couple of blocks under, a block under each knee. Check your low back here. It's easy to hyperextend through the lower back, and if that's happening, just lift your hips, lengthen your tailbone, and then bring the hips back to the floor. Just breathe. Imagine releasing tension from those inner thighs. Releasing tension from your jaw, from the shoulders. Just really letting that all happen, all of it moving toward the floor. And then tone your belly, draw the knees back to center. Bring both knees to chest. And then stir the pot one more time. Circle your knees one direction. Circle the other direction. Softening up anything that's been going on in the back. Bring both knees to center. Hold the right knee in. Stretch your left leg a couple of inches off the floor. Really stretch both legs. Just really stretch one foot away from the other foot. Big opening through the hip. And then bring your left knee in. Stretch your left leg or right leg really long. See if you can reach it even further. Heel leading the way. And then let that foot come to the floor. Stretch out your left leg. Let that come to the floor for Shavasana. Knowing that you can always bend the knees, especially knees wide or feet wide, knees in, is a really nice restorative way for Shavasana. Start to let your whole body melt down to the mat. Feel the shoulders descend even further to the floor. Feel the hips settle down, the soft lower ribs moving toward the floor, the legs heavy, heavy, heavy. And come back to your breath. And allow your mind to stay with your breath. So that simple inhale and exhale. And every time your mind wanders to a thought or a project, bring it back to the inhale and the exhale. Deeper still. And slowly bring your awareness back. Start to wiggle your toes, your fingers. Ever so gently drawing your knees to your chest. Rocking side to side. And very slowly lowering the knees to one side or the other, curling over in fetal pose. And then making your way all the way back to your seat.